At least these teams showed up, so... Oh, of course there's a coach that I have to move. Oh, that adds so much complexity. All right, B site or A site gonna be hit early on. Larry Wick, good start to things. Takes down Cloudy. Lucas with the fire. Some good damage going on here as Phantom Sense starting to enter onto the A bomb site. They've only got one player left to challenge. That's gonna be Flash ET. Does have the artillery arriving. Sweet Tea about to arrive from A main. So a crunch to happen, but can they weather the storm? Phantom Sense do have the sense that there's a little bit of a trickery afoot. And Shiraz, no armor, but might be able to stand up to the USP out of Sweet D. No, the answer is no. And so Holly Molly will open things off with the pistol round. And normally this is where I would end the prediction, but there isn't one this game. Because I had to switch games. And now we get to hear the coach dying again. Yay, the coach dying. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What's the point in playing if no one's showing up? And yeah, that'll kill your desire to play. It kind of killed my desire for TF2, I'll tell you that much. Dosh, though, good trade onto Omu. A bomb site, though, still looking plenty strong. There's still Sviti and Larry Wick hanging out with SMGs. So this isn't going to be free by any means, but Phantom Sense seem to want to force this issue. Still a possibility. Cloudy playing around in mid. This is a dangerous position for them to be in. Sviti is watching it. Oh, gonna pull back as well. Oh, the timing, though. Cloudy just gonna walk on in to mid for free. The utility calling in the rotate. Sviti pushed on over. But Phantom Sense still keeping this one slow. They're not pushing in too terribly early. So there is the opportunity for Holly Molly to get set up, but this Molotov's going to stop them from doing just that. That's a good first kill, but that's all that Larry Wick is going to get as he burns to death. 3 versus 3. And Holly Molly calling over a few more players, but there might be a timing. They do have to watch out. Their backs have been taken. Cloudy here, and now Sviti has to do it alone. Emblem called in, but Lucas slapped down Sviti. And it's the 1 versus 3. This is the Holly Molly trying to recover momentum of this game. Oh, the USP comes out for the second. And the timer now in danger. Emblem just has to hold on to their life, but unfortunately Cloudy with the MAC 10 will work out. So, 1-1 scoreline. Rip indeed. So the fun thing is I recognize a few of these names as players that have played in Impact. And so I'm wondering, at least I'm pretty sure Cloudy and Sviti are Impact players. So I'm wondering if this is going to be what they do for the season. Honestly, I'm very happy to see the teams get intermingled. I had to move my camera. I realized I was on the wrong scene. That's why my camera was big and in the way of stuff. Alright, well that does make things difficult for Holly Molly now. Phantom Sense getting momentum on the T side could lead to danger. Putting these rifles out early make things difficult. Damage onto Emblem. The nade lands home. It looks like Phantom Sense are still going to keep this one slow. The smoke's doing a good job of giving them pause for concern. Porsche spots one. That's Emblem. Lit down to 50 now. That's enough to scare those CTs back onto B and out of their aggressive positions. But a nade damage for Sviti as well. Will they go for the peek on out? Maybe. Spots the player top mid. That's Cloudy. Cloudy with a chance of pain. Oh, the numbers don't even... The arrow keys don't even go where I want them to go. There's no good way for me to switch to Cloudy, which is lovely. I love it that the coach feature was re-implemented and nothing was considered for spectators. Well, Deeg does a good job to start things off, but Shiraz re-aggress and re-conquer his A main position. 2 kills, both dead. Cloudy, ooh, catches a rotator. And it's going to be up to Emblem. 1 versus 4. Not an easy situation to be in, and Gasha cleans them up. And that's a force buy from Holly Molly. Now they're down to $2,000 a player. Now it's just going to be, what can they do on this extreme eco position? This is an opportunity for Phantom Sense to either farm up some cash. They do have only AKs and Galils, so it is going to be just $300 a kill. Though, granted, you're still going to feel good farming up these pistols and holding on to your rifle. Less than half a clip left, but look, Gorshes just scream, okay? They know for the one-taps. Look at the one-taps. Holly Molly just keep peeking one at a time, and it's not going well for them. Sviti finally going to go, all right, fine, I'll look at E-Box, but unfortunately there's players there to just keep these Holly Molly players bottled into the B bomb site while the A bomb site is taken and the bomb going to go down. Just one more peek. Try it again. Try it again. See, the problem is they're not listening to Linkin Park. If you wide swing while listening to Linkin Park, I think it actually, like, throws off the enemy's aim. Right? Like, you're wide swinging out, but also you've got, like, sound force coming off of you. I'll do it again. Yeah, exactly. It's the goofy meme. The B-Molly is interesting. I guess if you want to stop the CTs from pushing off of B and catching a rotate, it's a good way to clean up the timing. Porsche just playing this B main position like it's a damn job. You know, you're a T player, but you're playing a defense. Meanwhile, Lucas just walks up to flash ET and E-Box. Oh, that one doesn't feel too good at all. Emblem, though, with a trade and profit. Double kill. To keep Holly Molly in a position where they could maybe take her around. 4 versus 3 feels pretty good. How's it going, Tyler DB? Well, that'll definitely keep Phantom Sense on their toes. Maybe we've got a more even game on our hands here, chat. Ooh, Larry Wick, though, will be caught. Phantom Sense with 20 seconds. Going to make their way onto the A-bomb site, take control, take positions, and take some frags as well. Cloudy walking into mid can take the head off of Sviti. The flash stops Emblem from getting involved also. So this mid push getting a little bit awkward now. Cloudy just causing so much pain. And it's going to be more than enough. Phantom Sense able to break that round right open. Really showing why the T side on Anubis is something to be feared. Why you cannot just... Well, why you have to be careful. Now it's their chance once again to continue taking some easy rounds. This one, again, full pistols on the side of Holly Molly. And the pistols haven't been going too terribly well for them so far. Phantom Sense just mowing them down. Ooh, good trade back by Omu. But now, Lucas in position. The trade and the extra. And Larry Wick's USP in a 1 versus 4. Shouldn't be too much here. There's always the possibility. You never know. Being able to recover a weapon would be a good little silver lining on this round. Oh, that jump. Did they hear it? It doesn't look like they did. Or if they did, they are going to get that bomb down. So Larry Wick with more than enough time to walk away. No one for Phantom Sense too terribly close at hand. Larry Wick off on another zip code. You can tell I'm observing because it's not good. Oh no, they do catch him. Oh dear. That's not good. Unlucko. Well, that does allow Holly Molly back in with the buys they have saved up, but 1 to 5 is not a comfortable position to be in. You're really looking for 5 rounds on your CT side, and Phantom Sense seem to be taking full command. They've got the foot on the driver's seat. Foot on the driver's pedal. They're in the driver's seat. Combine 2 phrases. Love to see it. I can really tell that my casting is, you know, super good right now. Ooh, Lucas trying to take some attention away from the rest of the team. Phantom Sense going to look for mid. There's no one here to fight them, so... Decent read. They'll be able to gain some serious ground. There's no one from Holly Molly willing to challenge this. But they still have to make it onto a site. With 45 seconds, they put themselves into a position to be ambushed. Though no one's cam. Sviti holding far back on site. It's just Omu back in mid. Instant kill as Shiraz walking in through double doors. That is going to give plenty of information away. So Sviti able to get backed away. And Holly Molly just looking to hold on to the site, but they're not going to be able to. Doshbags 2. And that's going to leave Flash and Emblem scurrying away, looking for the save. Once again, Phantom Sense going to be in a commanding lead after the pistol round. It's just been Phantom Sense all the way. Well, this is one-sided, as they are sometimes. But hey, we're getting 2 advanced games in one night. You can't be too mad about that.
Terrorists win.
Oh, that's kind of funny. That craft on the AK had the angry eyes. All right, well, Holly Molly have now taken 2 timeouts. So, you know, they're just about out. Well, 6-1 scoreline, not a great start, but especially when you consider that the money being built up by Phantom Sense. You've got a player on 5 digits. You've got a player on $9,600. Phantom Sense not going to be slowing this one down anytime soon. Holly Molly really need to get something started. They can get, if there's anything, any little bit would be enough. Ooh, big push on out through B main, and the flash works perfectly. Emblem bags too. Cloudy right back. But it's still more than they've done in the last few rounds, so 3 versus 3. Gonna feel at least a little bit more comfy than some of these previous predicaments. They might even be looking for more. Omu's AWP hasn't been that loud so far. This would be a perfect time for it to get a little bit more active. There's the head right off of Cloudy, and Luca's erased as well. Now it's just Shiraz. No bomb now. Has to play this solo. 1 versus 3. AWP in hand. Will be slapping down Larry Wick. Looking for the second. Knows there's another op on the other side of this wall. Runs out of ammo. Has to pull out the Tech 9. And at this point, there's not a whole lot left to do except for Omu to clean it up. 2-6. Holly Molly finally with a second round on the board. You know, the longer we play and the longer I listen, the less I can hear the coach dying. That's pretty great. Well, another timeout thrown is a choice, but with 4 rounds left in the half, if Holly Molly can take all 4 and bring this to a 6-6, it would completely erase everything that's happened earlier on. And you have to feel fairly comfortable with 6 rounds on your CT side. Phantom Sense have been taking this fairly slow, so it does kind of feel like Holly Molly have maybe got a taste for their pace. Have maybe learned the tricks. If they can keep a momentum rolling, 1 more round might start to make the buys a little bit awkward on the side of Phantom Sense. Strike while the iron is hot. It's warm. It's getting there. It's not quite hot yet. Phantom Sense looking for some CT, looking for some B site aggression. Cloudy slaps down Larry Wick in mid. Sweet Tea looking for a trade. Knows there's players nearby. Oh, the Molly flying in. Spots the elbow. Cloudy just going to back it off. So Phantom Sense with a player advantage once again. But look at how long Phantom Sense are taking to get onto the bomb sites. Now 25 seconds remaining. Oh, Flash, you're about to be a dead person. Cloudy waiting for you on the wrap. But the rest of Phantom Sense are taking a nice long time. They can't delay this site take any longer. Omu, lit down to 11. Shiraz with the AWP. There's not a lot of time left. This is where the play gets made. Oh, Sweet Tea not able to land the shots. It's just going to be up to Emblem. Drops the bomb. There's nothing left. Just has to survive. And Holly Molly win on time. That one coming down to the last possible second. It absolutely could. But Holly Molly have to be feeling good on that. That is perfect. Timing to a T. Not the most comfortable way to take your third round, but you have to feel good now. You have to feel like you're maybe starting to bring this game back. Phantom Sense. I mean, time to get a move on, guys. The last couple of rounds have come down to those last couple of seconds. The pace has been changed. It's time to alter it again. CT side Anubis. You cannot let this get to a 6-6 because it is not an easy thing to bring back after that. I'm also just looking to see what the score is for the ESL Pro League qualifiers because I'm curious. It does look like M81 map number 1, and they are up on map number 2. So, that's good. Well, that's not a good start to the round. Dosh erases Larry Wick as Holly Molly try to get some players outside of A main, but Omu gonna find a timing here. Gets one, but not gonna be enough for the double. Good trade out of Shiraz. But the players for Holly Molly on this B site and fast, and Flash ET shreds through one before Shiraz with the trade. The flick doesn't hit. No connection in 2 versus 2. Bomb gonna make its way over to A. So the rotation's still gonna hit. But Phantom Sense have to be feeling a little bit silly after losing all those players, although Gorsha has been making a bit too much noise in Emblem. There's players ready for this rotation through mid. All you can really do if you're Gorsha is try and hold this. Spots the elbow. That's going to be enough to take the life. An Emblem now. 1 versus 2. No kit, no util except for a smoke. Oh, the peek on out. Spots the player table. Knows there's 2. Good kill, but it's not going to be enough to finish. As Dash rips them to shreds. 3-7 and Phantom Sense back in command. They've got the rounds that they need. 3-7 is going to feel extremely comfortable on your T side. And these rounds for Holly Molly have been so close that now going into the final 2 rounds of the half, without the full round loss bonus, you can't force up as easily. So it's back to pistols for the CT side. And Phantom Sense have proven themselves quite adept at handling them, although that's a good start. Omu does hit that headshot off the Deeg before melting. You can hear the messages hitting the chat. Somebody was like, wow, that was great. Or, lol. Some kind of martyrdom perk. Well, Pistols grouping up. Holly Molly proving themselves adept this round. Bomb about to be picked up, and Shiraz should hear some footsteps just outside. AK picked up by Flash. This one could be dangerous. AWP has to be careful. There's a few too many players to deal with. That AK put to work for Flash. Bomb slowly making its way over. You know there's some players nearby. You can't afford to be sloppy with it. Everybody on the server holding their breath, keeping things quiet. Holly Molly, they send 3 to stack A. Larry Wick's Deeg, the lone piece of equipment to try and stop a push on B. But that's where Phantom Sense are going. So Larry Wick going to be called upon to try and clean this site up. This bomb going to be going down. Smoke landed. Fire put down as well to keep Holly Molly back. Why not another? 4 versus 2 for the defuse, though, and there are some weapons on the Holly Molly side. The push on out, Dash overwhelmed, and it's Shiraz left, but Larry Wick, the player that was on site all along to clean up, opens up that headshot, and it's going to be 4-7 for Holly Molly. They might just bring this to the 5 necessary rounds for their CT side. Molly's for everyone. Last round of the half. I don't know what I'm doing. Last round of the half, and this is the best weapons that Holly Molly have had. They've got AKs, they've got M4s, they've got the AWP, and Phantom Sense finally finding themselves on an awkward buy. No AWPs for themselves, a Galil and a MAC-10 accompany 3 AKs. And that AK AWP already put to work. Omu, as this half has worn on, has gotten more and more opportunities. See what I did there? Now the question is, can they finish it? Cloudy with a good one. Larry Wick gets one right back. AWP spots something, but they don't know that the flash is sitting just behind the pillar for 2. So Gorsha has to finish this one up alone. We've had a few rounds like this where the singular T-side player has had to go for 4, and it has not gone well for the T-side. Holly Molly definitely starting to get their feet under them for the end of this half. What a better time to do it. Not a whole lot of time. You got to pick up bomb and go somewhere. It does look like the A site is going to be the place to go. But with Flash ET watching this, Omu watching the lane, 25 seconds, there's not enough time to be slowly sneaking around like this. Bomb is just too far forward. Is there anything to be done here? Well, Gorsha does get one, but Omu, good for the smackdown, finishes the job. And now it is time for Holly Molly on the T side. Phantom Sense on the CT side. Alrighty, well, let's see if they can turn it around. If Holly Molly can bring this one back. About as good of a half as you can kind of hope for on the CT side. Ooh, they're going to make it fast, though. Lucas has a lot of work to do, but gets mowed down. 3 players left on this B-bomb site for Phantom Sense. And it's a good start. Headshot erased by Gorsha. Now the question is, can Holly Molly keep the momentum rolling? They've got a tailwind behind them, and look at this. They've pushed all the way in through mid. Cloudy not able to hold the line. But Phantom Sense, they've sprung the bag wide open. And Larry Wick going to be the unfortunate cat out of the bag. 3 versus 3. Holly Molly, they realize the B-bomb site's stronger, so they push into Dash. But Dash is ready for it. And removes Omu's head. Bomb should be able to get planted here before Phantom Sense arrive. But Sveti delays. Oh, delays the plant for just a second. Emblem able to get 1. So 2 versus 2. Good numbers for both these teams. They do have the kit on Phantom Sense, so they do have time, but they're already here. So they're in a good position to win this. Gorsha fires off a shot. A little bit of a desk pop. Goes for the start of the defuse, but that's a fake emblem now as Sveti gets taken down. 1 versus 2. Good damage onto Gorsha. Keeping them guessing, keeping this round from ending too quickly. And there's the kill. The Doolies mowed down as well as Emblem wins the pistol round for Holly Molly. And that's going to keep this game rolling along. 6-7. 4 kills for Phantom Sense. They could choose to force buy if they want to. And it looks like they are. 4 MP9s will shred through Larrywick. The MAC-10's not taking the advantage off of that. It's going to be the MP9s all day. Going nuts. Deagle now. Ooh, demolishes Flashy T, and Sviti unable to hold on. So Phantom Sense in record time going to take momentum right back. Take control of this game right back. That has to hurt. After that round, pistol round, Holly Molly had to be feeling elated. But Phantom Sense, it's the same thing as last half. If Holly Molly win the pistol, and then Phantom Sense take the momentum away. It has to feel like a bummer. See, now what's nice is because the coach is on the Holly Molly side, I can get to all of the Phantom Sense players easily. But as I say that, Holly Molly doing a good job of just bowling them out through mid early on. Omu looking for more, but going to overheat and get ripped apart. Cloudy in position. Ooh, the pistol's coming in. Good damage onto Flashy T, but the rest going to chase, and there's not enough ammo left in the magazine. Emblem with the kill. Dosh with the trades, and going to make it double. 3 versus 2, and barely a sketch of health on both of these players on Holly Molly. Bomb going to be attempt to go down here. Gorsha going to wait for some additional horsepower in the form of the rest of the team. Oh, gets caught with a nade. Doesn't matter. Gets to back away and slap them both. And Phantom Sense, they let the bomb go down, but they win the round in the end. 6-9. Phantom Sense looking to close this one out, but now they're going to have a buy to work on. Well, bomb plant. But the money's still not great for Holly Molly. So they do have an AK hero AK buy for Omu. Top fragger for Holly Molly. Good player to be getting that on. They're gonna need a lot, and they're looking to make things fast and aggressive, and it works out to start things off. Flashy T and Larrywick will overwhelm this A-bomb site. 2-for-1 trade. That's Holly Molly in command of this round. Gorsha gets timinged by Omu. Shiraz unable to hang on as well. Lucas might have to be the hero here. 2 kills as they line up. Bad spacing and charges in past the Molotov. Burning feet and destroys the final player. Has enough time to pick up a kit and look for an AK. And Phantom Sense will grab double digits. Ooh, wait, what's that op? Is that that's a duality, isn't it? I was like, is that something cool? But no, it's just a duality. Duality is pretty cool. I can't really be too down on a duality. Once again, Holly Molly finding themselves down by a lot. They managed to bring the last half back, but they're going to need more if they want the win. 7-5 on the first half. Once again on the back foot as we start the second half. Oh, getting in deep here. Wait a minute. Has no one realized this? Omu's gone. I can't even call it sneaking. This is just a mad dash through mid. And you're going to catch the op by surprise. Okay, got the knife. And that's going to give... Man, that hit through the wall as well. I mean, okay. Okay. A Omu, now armed with the AWP. I'm flabbergasted. But that is exactly the kind of off-meta, crazy play you're going to need to bring this one back. 4 rounds with pistols. This one very easily could have been 6-11 for Holly Molly, but just takes a singular step, and this is that step for Holly Molly. This might just be how they make it all the way back in. Still a few more rounds to claim, but Phantom Sense don't have the money to buy back in, and especially now that they're being picked apart on the exits. Holly Molly going to be picking up some speed now. It turns out the right thing to do was to imitate a marathon runner and go like... Apparently that's correct. Sometimes you got to make sure you put a player mid. Cloudy now, the lone rifle for Holly Molly. It's a dangerous position to be in, just poking at mid to start things off. Because I feel like if you're Holly Molly, you've got to know that there's one weapon left. How's it going, Will English? I am watching this game. I'm doing it by myself. This is my own production. We gotta find it. Are you going to Frag 19? I know, right? Is that this weekend? That is this weekend. And this is bye for Holly Molly. I'm not signed up, but... I mean, you could go and hang out. I don't know if they're taking last-minute volunteers on this one, because it is one of the numbered big deal frags. But we shall have to see, I guess. Yeah. Well, Phantom Sense, they do a good job at repelling the Holly Molly side out of mid at the very least. They send a bunch of players up cams. Now it's going to have to be up to Lucas, and at 5-7, not quite enough to hold them. So Holly Molly take over the B-bomb site. There's not going to be enough to take things back on the Phantom Sense side. So it should be an 8-10 score line. Ooh. Josh catches the back of Sviti, but can't finish the frag. It's just Omu spinning around on this AWP. Erasing Phantom Sense. Orsha 1 versus 5 Deagle. Got a player to fight. It's Emblem full HP and only hits the body. This is a little bit of a risky buy. These MP9s not going to be feeling the best if you're Phantom Sense. This is a point where Holly Molly can definitely start to take the lead on things. Again, it feels like they've been on the back foot this whole time, but they've had a couple of just super pivotal rounds. They've done a very good job of taking advantage of them. Well, they do know that there is a buy on the other side of things that's forcing a little bit of a change of pace. Holly Molly not allowed to be quite as aggressive as they've been. And boy, howdy, have they been aggressive. Charging, getting in the face of Phantom Sense. Oh, this is a dangerous push. 2 players out through B main. They throw the flash, but Emblem in a dangerous spot. They spot him on the jump up. And now has to back away. Holly Molly doing a good job of capturing some space, but they need to start to pick up the pace. 45 seconds. And the damage starting to get rocked back their way. Not a comfortable position to be on your T side. That's an air-bursting Molotov. Dosh, with the Molotov in cams, able to get to 1. Is that enough to keep Holly Molly back? The answer is going to be no. It's going to be kills all around the shop. A bomb site taken. 3 versus 3. Ooh, flash going to go in. That's enough to force Shiraz to look away in the timing for Omu. And now, Sviti, it's just a mopping up exercise. 2 players remaining. Emblem and Sviti will be the ones to wipe them away. And Holly Molly now find themselves 1 round away from Phantom Sense. Feels like this one has to be a save, and that's going to feel awful. 4 rounds ago, Phantom Sense had full command of the game. Now it's going to be in a tie. Now it's going to be in contention. And even worse still, on 10 rounds. This is the point where things can start to feel a little bit hopeless, a little bit painful if you're Phantom Sense. You're like, we've had such a good game so far, even on CT's side, but it's just been taken away. Oh, they're getting aggressive out through mid. But pushing through the smoke only works in rare circumstances. So good kills. Gorsha able to get 1 back, and that is going to be likely an AK picked up if Sviti's not watching this. They are. Puts down the flash, but the rest of Holly Molly trying to creep their way over to the A bomb site. Cloudy here behind the table, looking to leave their keys upon the table. Has a lot of work to do, and unfortunately Larry Wick will have them covered and shredded. Gorsha now unable to convert. Unable to get this second kill. It's going to be Omu. So Lucas just looking to save. Honestly, though, picking up the AK out of everything that could have happened on this round. You wanted to. You go create another Fable. You wanted to. I was doing karaoke last night and I sang that song. I love that song. It's such a good song. But I still get tongue-tied singing it sometimes. I tried to follow it up with Hardware Store, and I definitely got tongue-tied singing that. So, still working on the fast speaking. I'm not going to sing the whole lyrics, because then they're going to be in the VOD, and I save all the VODs till the end of the season. I need to make an announcement about that. Because I save all of the VODs on the Twitch side, and then I port them all over to YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitch and you haven't already, hit the follow button. If you've done both of those, and you want to hang out more, join the Discord. It's down the wherever you're looking below the video. While I say that, I missed some action. So let's get back into it, because the team that breaks this stalemate is on track to win as well. And, well, I mean, not exactly. If Phantom Sense win it, Holly and Molly are still going to have the money to recover. This needs to be a Phantom Sense win if we want this game to go any longer. It's season 54. I know it's season 54. I just realized that the top of the screen says 53. L production. Oh my gosh. There we go. Fixed. Oh no, Fragadelphia's here too. Why are you here? You judging me? I know it's season 54. It says it in the title. It's going to say it in the title. Just because it says it at the top of the screen. Because I'm... Who's on the Fragadelphia account? Show yourself.
Bomb has been planted.
It's Bonamont? I don't know. Is it? No, it doesn't have to be. It could be Steve. It could be Ches. It could be any of them, because they're all in Windsor already, starting to get set up. So it could be any one of them. And I'm completely distracted off of this cast. 2 versus 3, by the way. The retake coming in here. Cloudy going huge with 2. Larrywick now with a mountain to climb to defend this. Oh, gets the first, but Shiraz will be on point with the AWP. Phantom Sense grab 11. Give themselves that last possibility at the win. Look at the money left for Holly Molly, though. There's just too much. There's not going to be an overcoming this for Phantom Sense. Even if they win this round, next round is going to be a full buy. It's full buys all the way down. We'll see if Phantom Sense can overcome all of the weapons that Holly and Molly are going to have. Placing 3 on the B bomb site for the boost is a choice. Thank you for getting that song stuck in my head. You're welcome. If anyone else got that song stuck in your head, you're welcome. All right, double up setup for Phantom Sense. Oh, but they're not going to expect this. Omu just over the top. That box that no one ever uses gave the off angle for Omu. Hope nade bounces off the nose of Cloudy. They're still able to get the kill before they burn to death. 4 versus 3. Phantom Sense, they've still got an AWP to work with. They've still got an M4, and they've got an MP9. They're going to need all of it. That MP9 going to be tested here as Holly Molly start to make their way on in. They're on the site. They're in the pole position. There's not a whole lot Phantom Sense are going to be able to do to stop it at this point. They do have a full belt of utility on Gorsha. But that's your opper. You need to give that utility over to your... Oh! Missed. Boost. Missed boost! And the nades being thrown out. Phantom Sense, you've got to move. There's too many nades. It's like a Mario level where the bob-bombs just keep getting tossed over and over. The bullet bills, they never stop. Holly Molly will even this one back out at 11. On the back of some nade spam and, man, nade spam like we're in Call of Duty again, I swear. Call of Duty 4, just nade out, nade out, nade out. Throwing a nade over here. Alright, now I got my noob tube. What map are we playing? Explosion radius size of map? Good. Boom. And now you know what class I played in Call of Duty. I was never any good. Stays in the VOD. Alright, 11-11. And again, not a comfortable buy on the Phantom Sense side. The utility is a lackluster state to try to hold this off. Although, if they can at least get the opening here, Sviti on the other side of mid, doing their best to take a little bit of space up mid. Phantom Sense trying to keep that, but they'll be scared away. And there's some days that I wish COD had still been as good as it was in 4. But honestly, content creators made COD bad. COD 4 was good before people were making content of it. Then everyone was doing what the content creators did. You could say that's a CS issue as well. Too many people making nade tutorials means that everyone's throwing nades now. The fact that people know how to throw nades even at low levels of play is crazy. But it's also a good thing. It makes sure that everybody gets to those high levels of play. Porsche going to be burned away, pushed back. Shiraz, ooh, going to get that opening. Wait a minute. Phantom Sense, they've done a good job driving Holly Molly away, and Borsha goes huge with 4. Phantom Sense on map point. I think we are getting overtime, chat. I think we're getting overtime. 12-11. Timeout for Phantom Sense. Timeout to figure this one out. This is about as close as it gets. Getting all 24. Where are the nades when you play? I mean, they're not on every game. Okay, so all the timeouts being taken. Just why not? You don't get to take them with you. Take all the timeouts. Take them all. All good. You know, no one's waiting for the game to be over or anything. Just take all your timeouts. I love it. No trades. Okay. So what? Do Holly Molly want to take a timeout now? Have they used up all their timeouts? All right, do we get an overtime, chat? That is the question. Buyout of Holly Molly looks very good, and they've had a good command of the T side since they've got on it. It took them a little bit to get there. But again, just like the CT side, once they got control, they didn't let go. And Phantom Sense not looking for early peaks. So there's a lot of opportunity for Holly Molly to get on site early. We might just have an overtime here, chat. If we do have an overtime, we should have enough time before it forces me to run an ad so that I'm not going to have to run an ad, so we'll chance it. The pre-roll ads are on, so if you leave and come back, you will get an ad. So, yeah. Man, Holly Molly is still keeping this one very careful and slow. They don't want to walk into Holly Molly too early. They don't want to walk into Phantom Sense too early. Just trying to piece together the information by what nades are thrown around. Might just work out. Crunchy nade onto Larry Wick. Holly Molly now with the health disadvantage and the man disadvantage as Lucas taps him away. But Sviti, that Molotov runs out for B main, and the smoke's stopping Phantom Sense from getting involved. Gonna make this pretty even on the sides of Holly Molly. Flash ET inside of Temple gonna continue to cause problems. 2 versus 3 now. Holly Molly, they've got the AWP looking down at CT. I think this one's going to be an overtime with bomb down. Hits on the side of Phantom Sense, but no smokes. This HE is going to have to find its home. And that home is on top of Sviti's head. But that's a kill for Flash ET. Shiraz now has to go 1 versus 3. The last 2 players... Ooh, that's a no-scope, but Sviti, the injured player, to close things out and bring us to overtime. Oh, this is the start of the season, chat. It is overtime on the first map of the season. We're getting a pause. Why is there a tech pause? What is going on with your tech pause? What? Who? FlyQuest also went to OT. I didn't have the energy for... alright, fine. Fine, we're in overtime. The next thing Faceit could do that would be really nice is let people that aren't in the game leave comments on the game to tell people where the game is going to be broadcast. That would be sweet. Faceit, if you're watching, give me the ability to comment on the game like I could ESEA games. Alright, do we have any info on when this is going to continue? You know what? I'm running a 90-second ad while we wait for the game to return. Hopefully we don't miss anything. But this should turn off pre-rolls for people entering into chat. Apologies for the ad. Hopefully it's not too poorly timed. Oh, wait. Messages in chat. Ready? Tech. Okay, so great. If I had just jammed the ad right at the start, we would have been great, but that's okay. It's the first round of overtime, so there's probably going to be a massive rush that you're going to miss. But hey, it's Counter-Strike, so there also might not be ads. Yeah, okay. Beginning of the round, Cloudy just going to dominate 2 in mid, erases, and in a matter of seconds, Phantom Sense, they've had command of this game all the way up until they didn't, basically. Omu, all right. This is going to be the smoke down to try and hold back Holly Molly. It's not going to work, but Shiraz, the AWP, will absolutely do so. Oh, they peek on in. Omu's been hot to try. Oh my gosh, and a third. Bomb not down. Holly Molly trying to rotate around to go toward B, but Gorsha waiting for them, not expecting the double op. And finally, Omu felled. Now Emblem forced into the 1 versus 2. Oh, Gorsha's op misses. She gets caught on terrain as well. The second peek on in successful. And now Emblem can have a choice of sights. Lucas hasn't rotated. And Emblem might overheat here. Going back to A, expecting the CT to have rotated. Or going back to A, expecting the CT to have rotated to B, but jumping down, making a whole lot of noise. Just going to stick this plant, and Lucas going to pick that one up easy. Grabs the AWP on the way out, and we've got ourselves an overtime. 13-12. Phantom Sense looking hot to start. Look at the score lines, though, as we get into this. 27 for Omu. That was 24 in regulation with 3 on that last round. That's more than anyone had on Phantom Sense up until that round where Gorsha got one. But at the same time, Phantom Sense had more kills overall. Holly Molly really succeeding off the back of Omu. Phantom Sense have had those kills split more across the team. Oh, that nade. Ooh, not quite as meaty as I thought it would be. Holly Molly wasting no time to take control of mid. Only 1 player on A, so there's not even a whole lot of potential for a crunch. With the smoke put down to block off Cloudy on bricks and on Temple. This round could get dangerous for Phantom Sense in a hurry if Holly Molly get moving. 50 seconds remaining. Flash out, but doesn't catch anybody. Got your pre-rolls ready. Okay, A bomb site, and it's going to be Dosh put to the test. Only able to remove Sviti. So Holly Molly going to have themselves a nice open bomb site as Phantom Sense start the rotation, start to move everybody on over. Flash goes in, and Flash goes in. Raided by Gorsha, and right back by Larrywick. That's going to be now Holly Molly with the player advantage. Oh, Shiraz didn't spot the head through the fire. That's going to give a massive opening to Holly Molly now. Both players trying to make their way on in through cams. Omu has to back away from the flashes. Two tossed in for Phantom Sense, but it might not matter. There's just too many guns here for Holly Molly. And Phantom Sense, Shiraz forced to back away, but a parting shot toward Omu and Emblem. Well, you're not going to be too sad losing your weapons on overtime. But Shiraz farming up the good kills to at least have something to say off the back of round number 26. It's okay, chat. We're just going for MR15. All good. All good. Oh, good. It looks like M80 managed to blast through, and they're gonna get to EPL. That's cool. Don't give me hope. MR15, best 15? I mean, yeah, maybe we'll figure it out. What about second OT? Please not second OT. Raz opens things up. Omu down. That's a raid boss of Holly Molly. Ooh, that's a shot through the wall, though. That means Gorsha has to hit more shots. One more to flip Emblem. Ooh, Cloudy getting curious as Shiraz ripped apart. Holly Molly gonna crash their way on in through cams. Those two kills. The health bar is not looking good, but the utility is, and that is going to be enough to keep Phantom Sense from getting too inside. The bomb should be planted. Still plenty of time left on this smoke to keep Phantom Sense guessing. That's really one of the hardest parts of Anubis to deal with, is this choke point of cams is just so easy to... More utility, more Molotovs, more flashes, more power. Flash on in, good for one. Dosh melts. 2 versus 2 as time starts to get short. Lucas spots one. Gorsha with the AWP for the kill. Lucas has to go in for this. Emblem, oh, he gets the first, but doesn't he expect the stick? He does. And with the kill, Holly Molly take the lead on their T side of overtime. All right. Please no triple OT. Please, 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 please no triple OT. It's the first game of the season, guys. You know what? No, I'm not going to complain because I just got a massively stompy game. So the fact that I'm casting a knockdown drag out overtime, I should be happy about it. Just have a headache and I'd like to go get some Tylenol for that. Well, that's a start. Omu goes for the early peek and gets punished. So again, that's raid boss down for Phantom Sense. Should give them a nice opportunity to navigate. Holly Molly giving up mid control. We've kind of seen what can happen with this. With a 2 on each site, this could be a crunch, though Holly Molly trying to work the way out through main will meet Dosh. Flash on in, so that doesn't inform them there's a player here. Ooh, Molly not going to let them out either. Larrywick burning, down to 44 HP. That's information back. Information trading hands. Player advantage on Phantom Sense. They might have just waited long enough. Holly Molly expecting something somewhere else and getting punished as a result. Cloudy has had such a great presence on the lurk. Larrywick is going to trade that one out, though. But it's a 4 versus 1 on the B-bomb site. Utility going to be enough information for Holly Molly to call the rotation in. So not going to be 4 versus 1 for long, but should be bomb planted for Phantom Sense. The retake not going to be easy. Larry Wick on 17 HP. That is one shot from dead. Does not matter where it lands, though Lucas going to let into the chest. And 4 versus 2 gets even easier. Good kill for Flash, but there's not enough bodies left, and Holly Molly will concede one. The first round of their CT overtime for a 14-14 scored line. So, one thing that I did see Phantom Sense go for on their CT side that worked out well was they did bring out the double op setup on CT. Holly Molly not going for that is... Well, I will say that it's overtime money. You have enough to buy that one op. And if you lose it, you can be in such dire straits. Omu losing it so early off the back of that last round probably sent a message to the rest of Holly Molly. If they had won that, I feel like this would just be over on this round. But now, things get a little bit more nervous. I don't want to say a singular player threw the whole game away in overtime. But that early peak going sour for Omu is going to give a lot of discomfort in the ranks for Holly Molly. Though they are adapting. I like that they're still trying to take that mid presence. They're still trying to work that to their advantage, but now they've left A bomb site completely empty. Obviously, they're not going to pick a spot and keep it. You're going to be moving around, so they do pull players back over. Lucas on the lurk with the rest of Phantom Sense right outside of A main. And unfortunately for them, they've made a misread on this one, but they don't have enough time to rectify it. It's just going to be a full push out onto A. The utility's starting to go in. Good nade onto Gorsha, but will still get the kill here. Dosh to join in as well, and the AWPs ring out. They both connect, but it's not going to be enough. Holly Molly gets steamrolled, and Flash ET now 1 versus 4, falling out of heaven and into a grave as Dosh finishes the job. 15 for Phantom Sense. All right, so here's the question. OT or no T? The first thing is tactical timeout, TT. A little bit of time to talk things over for Holly and Molly. They know that they need this, or it's just going to be this first game of their season ending up like this. Huge comebacks on both sides to then fall at the final hurdle. That is the a distinct possibility and not one they want to face. We're getting a bit of mid-presence early on by Phantom Sense. The boost up declined to happen. So we actually got a decoy put down on mid. And I feel like it's causing Phantom Sense a little bit of concern. You can hear it ringing out in the smoke that just blew up, but they broke off that boost fairly early. They're like, oh god, there's someone close to us. And no, just a noise-making nade. Does slow down a bit. 60 seconds left, and well, there's a few good pieces here for Phantom Sense to be happy about. Having Cloudy in position to be a thorn in the side of Holly Molly has to feel fantastic. Larry Wick on the receiving end of that. Definitely going to be feeling that in the morning. The rest of Phantom Sense looking to work their way out onto the B-bomb site. They've got players for the crunch here. E-box in main. Oh, Flash ET getting a little bit far back. Let's get out ahead of the utility. Nade's already burning. Shiraz ready. Lucas with this follow-up. Holly Molly. This might be it for them. No AWP this time around for Omu. But they do have kits. They don't have utility. So this one going to have to be a full dry retake if they are to continue play. Orsha spots the first but cannot connect. Sviti with 2. Wait a minute. Dosh with the trade and the finishing blow. Phantom Sense put the final nail in the coffin. 16-14 for their season opener over Holly Molly. And that is going to be it.